Angelie. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm sharing with you my favorite tip. It's super important because herbs are what we're talking about, and herbs are really important to me. I love fresh herbs. There's nothing like it when you add it to your cooking, and it's that perfect finishing touch on a lot of dishes that I make. It's something I always have in my fridge. You'll always find some kind of fresh herbs if you go in there, and I often will have parsley. I'll almost always have cilantro. And I think the worst thing is when your herbs start to turn before you've eaten them, before you've done what you wanted to do with it, and they're turning black and soggy, worst ever. So today I wanted to share with you the tips to lengthening the lifespan of your fresh herbs. So first thing you want to do is when you bring them home from the grocery store, you want to just remove any elastic bands or anything like that, and maybe just give it a cold water bath. Once you remove your parsley or your herbs from the water, make sure you lay them out on a towel to dry, get all that extra moisture out. And you can store them, this is one of the ways you can store them, is in a Ziploc bag with some paper towel. That paper towel will soak up any extra moisture as the week continues, and you'll have an extended life on your herbs. Another way that I love to store my herbs is in a glass vase or jar of water. This gives the plant something to drink, it keeps it fresher longer, keeps it hydrated, and you get this beautiful herb that you can just add to your dish at the very last second. Something about picking an herb and putting it on your plate is just so, I don't know, it's cathartic to me. I love it. So my favorite, I have to talk about my favorite herb, cilantro. I love it. Coriander, however you call it. I used to jokingly say that if my wedding bouquet was made out of this, I would be happy. And I'm glad that nobody listened to me on that one. But I love this. I use it often in pretty much anything I can get my hands on that will go with this flavor. I always eat it. And I think it's one of those acquired tastes. Either you love coriander or you hate it. Some people say it tastes like soap to them. Anyways, so to prolong the life of my precious favorite herb, I do a couple of things. One is you could trim the ends off. But I kind of like to leave them, and what I do is I arrange them into my bouquet, and I've just put them in a mason jar or some kind of jar of water. Kind of like flower arranging. Sorry. And then the final step in making this last longer is covering your herbs with the plastic bag that they came in or a Ziploc baggie. And essentially you've created a little greenhouse for your herbs that will protect them from the cold of the fridge and keep them fresher much longer. Another thing you can do when you come from the store is protect your basil. I don't know if you've noticed, but sometimes I'll put basil in my fridge and then a few days later it's black. And it definitely didn't go bad, but guess what? Basil doesn't like to be cold. It's kind of like me. Basil likes warmer temperature, so keep it in your kitchen on the countertop. It's much better, it'll last longer, and actually my basil's been growing as I've kept it here in the water. So I've gotten new leaves, I've gotten larger leaves, and I've been enjoying eating it. So thanks so much guys for visiting me today in my kitchen, and look forward to chatting with you next time on another lifestyle file.